Hello, everyone. I hope that you are fine. First thing, I'd like to let everyone know that hasn't turned in a falling object game that you have a 0, but once you turn it in, I will make sure that that I change that grade. This week, we're going to do a project. This will be our final Scratch project. It's going to be a shark attack game, and the variable or placeholder will be catching either the fish or the octopus. The fish will add points and the octopus will take points away. If it touches a fish, then you'll increase the points. And if the octopus touches the shark, then you'll lose points. Instead of an arrow key like the last game, you're going to follow the mouse around. Here's a student example of, and I apologize first if it's slow, but my internet or whatever's happening here, it seems to be very slow. So I'm going to show you a student project from last marking period. On the flag click, he's going to follow the mouse, and he is a little slow, but not terrible. You're going to see he's adding points. Now watch, I'm going to go catch the octopus, and boom, it goes back to 0. All right, I'll show you one other example. This was an 8th grade student, and he added these pirate octopus. They take away 10 points, and the goldfish adds, I think, 10 points. He gave me the directions. You want to give good directions. All right, so I'm on -10. Obviously, I caught that octopus that made it bad for me. All right, so let me get to the directions. I have the directions as well in addition to this video, and let's go through them. So you're going to create a background. It can be plain, it can be fancy, however whatever your ability is for painting. You're going to make an animated interactive shark, or you're going to make it interactive, meaning that it's going to have a costume change to look like it's actually biting. If you draw a shark, make sure you have a second costume change to make it look like it's eating. You want to resize it, make sure it's not too big, and you're going to add the code to it, which says that it's going to point towards the mouse pointer. It's going to move steps, and if it's on an edge, it's going to bounce, and then it's going to change its next costume. Let's see. Then you're going to insert other edible fish. You need at least 3. Make them the appropriate size, or you're going to actually insert 1 and then you'll make a copy later. So you're going to insert an edible fish. Then you're going to add a variable. The last game you added the variable score. This one's going to either be eaten or caught, whatever you prefer. You're going to make a new variable, and you're going to give it that name, and then you're going to add the code to your edible fish with that variable, and you're going to say that it's going to repeat until it touches the shark, and it's going to move 4 steps, and if it's on an edge, it's going to bounce, and then it changes eaten by 1 point if you give the fish 1 point. And then on the next directions, all right, you are, well, technical difficulty here. Okay, then you're going to duplicate your fish. All right, instead of you having to make another fish and fish. Now, if you notice, when you go to choose your sprite, it might have 3 different costumes for a fish. There might be a clownfish, it might be a goldfish, and a redfish. So take a look at those costume changes. And then you're going to add another little character. Could be a crab or a mermaid or whatever you decide to choose. And it has to be something that lives under the water, not a cat or an elephant. Now, when you go to duplicate, you're going to go into the bottom, you're going to right-click and duplicate your sprite. Make sure if it goes on top of your sprite and it just stacks on top of one another, make sure that you give it a random position to come in at a random position, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that a little later on, that block. You want to make sure your fish is not upside down. If it is, in the motion blocks, you're going to say, when flag click show, but set rotation style left to right. That'll keep it from going upside down. and again, I talked about a random position. This is what the code is. When the flag is clicked, go to a random position if they're all stacked on top of one another, because you don't want, you want to be able to see them bouncing off the edge at different areas. So then the next thing you're going to do is add the octopus, or it can be any obstacle. It doesn't have to be an octopus. So you're going to add it in a, make it go in a direction here, and 12 degrees. So this way it's not going up or down or left or right. You're going to change it so that when it touches the shark, it's going to set the score back to 0. Or if you want to add negative 10 points, if that's the game you create, but you want to make it a negative, whatever that obstacle that it catches. So then you add bonus fish, and oh, it keeps jumping back here. Let's see. All right, bonus fish. Wait, let me find it. That would do the same thing, and maybe, except the score might increase by 10. This was the goldfish, so and you had it point in a different direction than the other fish. You could change that to anything that makes it look good for you. I mean, it's the look that you want for your game. So this is kind of a summary. So you've got your variable eaten. It's a scoring system. You have a bonus fish. You have your shark that follows the mouse. You have your octopus going at a 12-degree angle, bouncing off the edge, and then your fish are vertical; they are not upside down. So these are the directions, and I have them as well as the. Let me show you the. Oh, I hope I have it here. The rubric. Let me find this. Okay, I don't have the rubric. I am going to include the rubric in your in the classroom. Yeah, I apologize for that. It's worth 15 points. And so if you have any questions, you're going to post them on Google Classroom, which I check regularly. I will also be available from 1 to 2 daily by email, and I'm going to put my email address up there. hazem@eht.k12.nj.us. This project, ncode.org, should be the last grades for the 3rd marking period. So when you complete this Scratch Attack game, you're going to share it and then add it to the class studio, which I call Shark Game. And if you haven't turned in the last assignment, you need to do that. It hurts your grade. So I'm looking forward to seeing some great games. Be creative and stay safe.